big beautiful bill requires people that want it to work 80 hours for it. You want to get some free shit, then put some hours in.
The new bill is going to eliminate healthcare for many hardworking, low-income American people. First, I'll agree with the sentiments of the OP. Safety nets should get people back on their feet. And as part of that, we want to encourage people to work. The problem is that Medicaid doesn't affect employment one way or the other. We should call these things red tape requirements. They want to double the red tape by requiring you to verify your income every 6 months rather than annually. Even Georgia decided to go back to annual. When you increase the bloat of bureaucracy without the benefit of efficiency, we call this government waste. Let's go back to Georgia. They are currently the only state that has work requirements for Medicaid. They spent $55 million of taxpayer money to set up the verification system. It was clunky and didn't work, but it did prevent low-income people from receiving Medicaid. It only enrolled 2.3% of the estimated eligible Georgians. The recent bill? It only allocates $100 million for the entire country. If Georgia couldn't do it for half that, how do you expect the other 49 states to do it? The same is true for Arkansas. They tried work requirements back in 2018. And the results indicate that 95% of those who lost coverage met the work requirements or qualified for an exemption. Well, okay, but did those people start working more? We did not find any significant change in employment, hours worked, or community engagement. And among economists, we've known this for a while. Here's a 2019 paper that gives causal estimates on whether the Medicaid expansion after Obamacare caused people to quit working. We can see that both before and after, there is no statistical difference between expansion and non-expansion states on whether people become employed or decide to leave the labor force altogether. Oh, and as one of my commentators said, it's obvious that Medicaid is being widely abused. Hey, what is your sample size? And a few anecdotes won't cut it. This paper has a sample of 166,000 people. You're never going to talk to that many people in your lifetime. Also, I need to emphasize, work requirements are not even the largest source of Medicaid cuts in this current bill. It's just this bit right here. So I need to back up. Medicaid is funded by both the federal and state governments. The federal government matches state funds. One of the popular sources of state funds is to tax their providers, and the current bill is limiting the ability of states to do that, thus lowering the amount the federal government will match. These have nothing to do with employment, it's just a blanket cut. The Congressional Budget Office estimates 12 million people will lose coverage. Medicaid saves lives, and we know this from careful empirical causal research. This economic paper finds that the previous decade's expansion saved 27,000 lives, and if all the states had expanded, we could have saved almost 13,000 more. Now, we'll see that progress reversed.